Alright guys, in this video we're going to talk about finding roots in complex number. So finding roots in complex number is a situation where they want us to calculate for the roots. It can be square root, it can be cube root, and it can be other kind of roots. Okay, and the formula that we're going to use is this, right? And as you can see, the formula is in a form of polar form. So basically, to use De Moivre theorem, to use roots, you'll need to make sure that your complex number has been converted into polar form. Okay, and we also have a root where they use pi here, meaning that it is in the form of exponential form. But actually, you just remember one of these is actually will be sufficient, because in a situation that you obtain angle degree or maybe a radians, we can still change it back, right? So just try to remember one first. Okay, so z1 over n, depending on what kind of root that you will do later. If it is square root, it is 1 over 2. If it is cube root, 1 over 3, right? Or if you want to root 4, then it is 1 over 4, and so on and so forth. 1 over n equal to, you'll need to also root the modulus, so r1 over n accordingly, then times with cos theta, right? The theta will need to be calculated again. Theta plus 360 times k over n plus j sine theta plus 360 times k over n. Now let's look at what does this k mean. So for k equal to 0, 1, 2 until the n is n minus 1. That is the maximum value of k, n minus 1. So how do you decide which is the largest number for k? Right, look back at the kind of root that you are going to do. If it is square root where the n is 2, so it should be 2 minus 1 here, which is equal to 1, meaning that your k is 0 and 1 only, because 1 is the highest. If it is cube root, 1 over 3, right, you have 1 over 3 as your n. So 3 minus 1, which is 2, so your k will be 0, 1 and 2. Okay, so if it is maybe 1 over 7, so this will be 7 minus 1, which is 6, so your k will later be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what does that mean? It also reflected that it also will reflect the number of answers that you will have for that particular question. So if k is 0, 1, it means that later you're going to substitute k is equal to 0 for your first answer, and then k equal to 1 for your second answer. So if, just imagine if you have 1 over 7 root, so your k will be from 0 until 6. So you are going to have answer for k0, and then the second answer for k1, the third answer for k2, the fourth answer for the k3, and so on until k6. So that is what to be expected in the answer of root. Alright, so let's try to apply the formula, okay, in our exercise. Okay, let's look at let's try jump to the second question here. Find the cube root of z equal to 64j. So in our more common form, it is just they want us to find the z of a cube root like this, okay, which is the cube root of 64j. That is actually what does it usually look like. So because of this, it's not just a common number, it is a complex number. We cannot just finding the root as the way we did before. So let's try to find out the way by using the formula of root. Let's write down the formula again. So for any for any root of complex number, we should, sorry, this is n, we should also root the modulus times with the cos of theta being summed to 360 times with k over n, and this whole thing is the same for sine. So j sine theta plus 360 k over n. This is the formula. In case that you have a value of radian, not angle degree, then just change this 360 into pi. Okay, 2 pi, sorry, 2 pi. Right, so now let's answer the question. We have so basically first let's figure out the k. What is the k of this question? So this is cube, so the k cube is equal to, the n is 3, so 3 minus 1 is 2, so the k for this question will be 0, 1 and 2. So we're going to have 3 answers later. So let's go for k equal to 0. Right, for k equal to 0, so we're going to substitute z1 over 3 equal to r1 over 3 cos theta plus 360 times, no, sorry, it is actually okay, never mind, just proceed first. 0 over n plus j sine theta plus 360 times 0, right? K is 0 over n, and the n here is, we know already, will be 3. Okay, so 3. Now one thing that I forgot to do is to find out the value of r and theta, right? So let's do that for 64j. So r for 64j here, okay, I know that you know it already, but let's just revise it a bit. 64 squared, so do you r64. As for theta, the formula is tan -1, and we have 64 over 0, which will not be we will not be able to calculate it because it is divided to 0, right? But we can still figure out something where we know that in our Argand diagram, the x, it will be at 0, and the 64 will be along the y-axis. Basically, it is 90%. Right, we know it is 90%. Okay, so now we have these two information, we can substitute it. Okay, let me erase some of the name. Alright. Okay, let me just write it down. It is 64 1 over 3 cos 90 plus 360 0 over 3 plus j sine 90 plus 360 0 and 3. Right, so for this one, okay, we have 4, right, 30 plus j sine 30. Okay, and the next thing to do is to convert it back convert it back into its original form by, you can just simply multiplying 4 with cos 30 and 4 with sin 30. So you will get your first answer. And next, everything will be the same, right? You just need to, instead of K0, we are going to use K1, where, right, again 64 3 cos 90 plus 360. Now instead of 0, it is 1 over 3 plus j sine 90 plus 360 1, right? 3, sorry. Okay, and let's calculate that. So we have 4 cos 151, okay, plus j sine 150. Okay, calculate that, get back the a plus bj, okay, to get the second answer. And then lastly K2, and as you can expect it, everything is the same. It is just that you'll need to change this into 2. Right, let's do it quickly. Or maybe we can just, write everything down. So we have z1 over 2, 64 1 over 3, sorry, this is over 3, right? This is over 3. So we have here cos 90 plus 360 times with 2 over 3 plus with j sine 90 plus 360 over times 2 over 3. Okay, so this will be equal to 4 cos 270 plus j sine 270. Right, so again, change it into, you need to change each of this, right, into its form of a plus bj, right? Don't forget that. And then you will finally get the answer. So basically it will have 3 answers. As you can see here, it will have 3 answers. So the more the root value that you need to do, the bigger the bigger the number of answers that you need to provide later, right? So that is actually the root in complex number. Thank you.